Hey everyone, Laura with We Met Wirework and More here, and today we are going to play around a little bit and make a project that's based on the same idea, the same techniques as what this cute little heart is. I've only actually done the one project, so it's still very much experimental, but I did see this type of a project at a market I was at recently, and the woman who was selling the piece that attracted to me, it was actually a little hinged like treasure box, and I guess the style is called steampunk because of course she had the gears and flowers, and yeah, it was really funky, it was really neat. So anyway, I thought I would try and replicate-ish the process at least. And this is done on a wood cookie, and this is a laser cut word that I glued on, and then I took plumbing tape, silver plumbing tape, and you peel this paper off and there's an adhesive on it, and it's just like tin foil actually once you got the adhesive off of it. So tried it out with this one here, and then I went a little bigger. This is what I made the second time around. Now it's just a little 5x7 frame. I still have to finish the back here, and all the materials are from the dollar store, with the exception of a few of these gears, and those I ordered online. Otherwise, I think it's kind of cool. I actually like the feel of it. So what we're going to do today is make a sweet little frame. I'm thinking it'd be really lovely for Mother's Day or something along those lines. Just a gift at any time, I suppose. So I've taken apart the frame, and this mesh that you see here is actually drywall repair mesh. So this goes onto the wall when you're going to repair a hole in the drywall, and it also has an adhesive on it, it's sticky. So I took that and I put it down on our backing, and I glued on the word, and I have gone ahead and I have glued on the little flowers, the little embellishments too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach our tape, and then I'll go ahead and I'll go over the brazing technique with you. All right, let's get started. Now when I'm doing the foil here, I'm pressing down around the letters as I'm laying the foil down, because once we get in there with our little tool, this will help us form around those letters just a little bit easier. Now I found with the previous projects that the more random you do the foil, the cooler it looks, because the paint ends up sinking into the creases with the foil. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sort of pop this on here randomly. Okay, so we're just going to set this one off to the side. I think I'm liking this texture on the back. Okay, so we'll stick that there. And then we will do this one. Now these flowers stick out a little bit more over the edges than the one that I did previously, so hopefully that's not problematic, but I think we can probably work around that. Okay, so we have applied our tape, and what I typically use, or typically have used, just with a couple of projects, is just a broken paint brush handle, and then I do have an embossing tool. This I won't use until the very, very end though. It'll help pop out those details, but this works perfectly fine. Okay, so if you don't have the other one, don't sweat it. All right, so now I just start by just kind of burnishing, which just means kind of polishing the areas that do not have our embellishments on them. And you're going to have wrinkles, you're going to have creases, and that's exactly what we want with this. It just seems to give it more character. Sure everything's stuck nice, and then we're going to go in and we're going to concentrate on working the foil in around all of these details. Okay, so now we're going to take our embossing tool and we're going to go over them again. And it just gives the nice crisp edge. You can see as I go over that center part in the flower, now you see all of that detail come out. And this one didn't have any details, so if you can see what I've done is I just went in and I actually scratched some detail into this flower. Okay, I really like that. So set that off to the side, and then we're going to work on our word. Now I'm a little more twitchy about doing this one because these grooves are so deep, but let's give it a whirl. So that one went pretty fast. We do have a little bit of the backing showing through around these letters. I'm not going to worry too much about that because we are painting this black. So I'm going to go on the assumption that that is probably actually going to help our word stand out more, just because the paint will settle in there and we won't be wiping it off. So I think if the word were larger, the letters were larger, like our first example, the wired that I had done, then I might have put another layer of foil on it. So we'll see. I'm making lots of assumptions here. That looks pretty good. I quite like it. Alright, so our next step will be just to finish off the back of our frame. Alright, so far I am really liking how this looks. So now we're going to introduce our paint. And we're just going to take bit and we're going to put it in the lid, and doing one at a time here. Grab my paper towel, take one of these, and then we are just going to brush on a thick coat of paint. Getting in all those little nooks and crannies. And this is where I was saying, even though it ripped where we tried to emboss in some of these smaller nooks and crannies, we'll see how this turns out with the paint, but I think it'll actually be quite lovely. Because that color is likely to stay in those creases, and I'm interested to see how it'll look with this drywall mesh. And then if you noticed when I was embossing the whole thing that I also did these grooves, so hopefully they'll stand out. Let's see, let's start wiping and see what we get here. Woohoo! Nice. Now, not a clean process, not a clean craft. Oh, but look at that. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. Oh, I really like it. Awesome. So not clean. But let's do this one too. Once again, working into all those little cracks and crevices. Let's not forget the inside. Okay, taking our paper towel. Wipe things down. Man, this is so cool. I really am enjoying this. Really clean our flowers off well. Well, that is just awesome. And there you have it. You can continue to shine up the raised areas. Cool. Isn't that awesome? So once again, this is Laura We Met with We Met Where I Work and More. And I am quite pleased with this very simple, super inexpensive, very pretty project. And I think I'm going to make a couple for the moms for Mother's Day. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell for notifications when I come up with new projects. And check out all my social media links in the comments below. Thanks everyone. Have a fantastic day.